Welcome to the Decluttering Experiment.
Two sisters, one project.
Hi, I'm Wendy, the older sister, organized, logical, and passionate about all things involving simplicity and minimalism.
And I'm Jill, the younger sister, unorganized, easily distracted, and overwhelmed. I'm in desperate need of a whole house overhaul.
Can Wendy help Jill declutter her house and reclaim her life?
Keep listening to find out. Bonjour.
Hi, Jill.
I was mixing it up like you.
Well, we have both been to France, as our listeners know now. With your French coins, you still displaying them?
They are, and maybe I'll post a picture of that if I haven't already.
So cool. Our items, once again, should be used. Are they worth displaying? If not, maybe let them go.
Yeah, I stuck them in, like I said, I had a Yankee candle jar where the candle burned out. I popped them in there and I set them by my plants in the living room. And I love my plants, so.
So how are you doing today, Jill?
Oh, I'm recovering today, Wendy. How about you?
I am recovering a bit too, because Jill had a big party last night.
Well, it wasn't big, but in my tiny house, it does feel big. There were, including Wendy and me, there were 8 ladies that came over to play board games.
And 2 dogs.
That's right. And 2 dogs and 1 husband and a son in the basement. But yes. Yeah, it was a good time, I think. Everybody seemed to have fun.
And a lot of people listen to the podcast. A lot of people are decluttering and letting go of stuff. And we also want to give a shout out to Patty, because she has emailed us a couple times and let us know she has let go of 1,000 items.
And that is great, Patty. I know how hard that is. Trust me. I know. And keep going. You're doing great.
Yes.
Because you don't have a Wendy.
That's what she mentioned.
Yes,
she doesn't have a Wendy.
So that's even more impressive, because honestly, without you, Wendy, I wouldn't have gotten rid of half of the stuff that I've gotten rid of.
So thank you, everyone who is sending us emails, who is giving us feedback.
Yeah.
We are glad that you're inspired too, because we want you to be inspired.
Right.
And we want to cheer each other on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the podcast is keeping me going with my decluttering. Hopefully it's keeping some of you going with your decluttering too, like our listener, Patty.
Yeah.
So again, Patty, thank you for those emails that you've sent us. It really does make us feel good to know that we are helping somebody.
Absolutely. So now, Jill, I know before we get into your party, you've had a lot of preparing and decluttering just to make sure things look better in your eyes. But
so, in my house or my office, did you say?
I said in your eyes. Like, look better. Look better. Because in your,
the party wasn't in the office.
It is tough because when we invite people into our homes, we really do want to make a good impression.
Right. And you know how sometimes you think your house looks normal, fine, whatever, you're used to it. At least this is how I used to be. And I bet a lot of you will relate. Somebody would walk in for whatever reason back in my past life before this podcast. And all of a sudden I'd be looking around and think like, oh, that paint is chipping. Oh, the floorboards need to be replaced. Yeah. Oh, I mean the baseboards.
What do they think of this pile of mess?
Oh no, there's a pile of mess sitting there. Oh no, does the house smell weird because of my dogs? Like you start to think of all these things and at least I would spiral out. But you know what? Last night I was just having such a good time.
Oh, good.
And because of all the pre-prep, I never once had any of those thoughts. Even though I still have paint that's, my living room could use a good repaint. It's been, 18 years, I think. But also, the baseboards still, I don't love them. There are definite things like the one hook. Now I'm thinking all the things I didn't think of last night.
At all of this stuff.
But
don't go down this rabbit hole.
Now I'm like, wait a minute, what was everybody thinking? No, but last night I didn't have any of those thoughts. I just enjoyed the moment with my friends, and it was great.
What kind of things did you do in preparation? Anything specific other than like food shopping?
Well, I made a list because I like a good list broken down in very small chunks. And other than doing that and knocking stuff off the list, for the most part, no, it was just tidying up, cleaning, like the deep clean of the sink. Well, and then that's kind of funny. I deep cleaned the sink, then I watered all my plants and repotted some, got dirt everywhere in the kitchen. And so then I had to clean it again. But yeah, one other thing, which is kind of funny, I thought of you at the very end, right before people were coming, where I set out the glasses and the drinks. I had a couple charging cords, and maybe I did just have a random plastic cup that I used to use to bathe the dogs in the bathroom. For some reason, it's made its way to the kitchen. The dishwasher, we've taken it out. It doesn't have a home. And so it was sitting there, and I didn't want anybody to grab it as their drinking cup. So that, along with the charging cords, I stashed.
Okay, but did you have a place to stash?
I did, because I pulled out bowls and platters
for the thing.
So I stashed them there, and I grabbed them out this morning. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, whatever works. And actually, too, you've realized that you do not need to do everything or have everything, because you asked me to bring over all the champagne glasses.
Yes.
And some games.
Yes, all the games, because the one game that we played was one that I decluttered and you took. So that was great.
Know. And Jill was having a little decluttering regret, because the game was actually pretty fun.
Oh, it's very fun. And all the games we played were very fun.
Yes.
Yeah. So we didn't always keep 100% score, although I have to brag a little, because I'm not competitive. But I did win the game that we kept score on.
That's right, Jill, you did.
And we even had to have a showdown at the end with my one friend, because she and I were tied.
Yeah.
And I won the showdown. So
that
was so exciting.
So you're getting wins all over the place.
I am.
If you listen to episode 1 that we did, the very first episode, you had talked about how one of your goals to decluttering is hosting.
Yes.
And this is what I love about, the podcast, but life in general. Life is an experiment. It's all about learning, trial and error. But the most important thing, I think, is stepping back, looking at it, and what did I learn?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's time to evaluate here, Jill. Okay. What did she learn about hosting and getting her house ready?
And we were chatting a little bit before the episode started about this. And as we chatted, I realized something, because I learned that I made too much food. Okay. I bought too much. It was the first time I hosted something like this in a while. I wanted it to be really nice, but I had it at 7 p.m. Most people probably already ate dinner. A lot of the food did not get eaten. And here's the thing. Is this from was it episode 2 when we thought about our past and why we do the things we do?
Yes.
And that might be the shopping, the abundance, the need to put
you
out
felt
a
some
lot.
Lack. You have specific examples of growing up when you felt a little bit of lack.
Yes.
And so you want to provide.
Yeah, more. I thought, as I'm shopping, I'm just throwing stuff in the cart. I was going to keep it really simple, which I did, because most of the stuff that I bought, aside from I made a vegetable tray, I didn't really have to cook anything. I did cut some vegetables. Yeah. But aside from that, it was just putting things in bowls, plates, whatever. But as I set it out, it was a lot.
So in a way, you cluttered up your kitchen with food for us.
I sure did. Because at one point, even I think one of my dogs, who shall remain nameless, jumped up not onto the counter, but put his paws up, and he may have nibbled some of the cheese. But yeah, so.
Because you had a lot of different drink choices, a lot of different.
Way too many. And I thought next time, because they seem like they would like to have more game nights. Yeah. My friends really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. And hey, why not do a game night once every month or every other month? But this time, instead of all the snacks and the cheeses and the crackers and the potato chips, pretzels, Doritos that barely got touched.
Yeah.
And the whole cookie tray was barely touched. Why don't I just put out chips or pretzels?
Does remind me a lot of our clutter. Because what is the most important thing? When we gather with people, it's the experience, it's the fellowship, it's the community.
Yeah.
And the same with our houses. We surround ourselves with items that really don't add value to community, family, building relationships.
That is so true.
It's just stuff.
Right.
Our clothes are just clothes to wear. Or even if you think about it, food is just food to eat.
Right. And like I said, most of us had probably already eaten dinner. I didn't because I knew all the food I had. Typically, I mean, this is just generalizing. Like I'm thinking in our family, Wendy's husband is known as the closer because he will eat all the food that's remaining.
Yes.
That being said, he's very slim. He just, he can metabolize it and exercise it.
Opportunistic eater, as he says.
Yes. All those ladies there were not closers. They were just let me have maybe one plate full of food and be done with it. And I had way too much. So next time I know that, because afterwards, honestly, it was so hot yesterday. Yeah. We're in this heat wave in the southwestern PA. Mm-hmm. And it was very hot in my house. It was very hot even during the party. Mm-hmm. I think you had expressed, Jill, is your air conditioner on?
Yes. Well, and I started trying to figure it out, too, because I was saying,
I made a boo-boo.
Where are your vents? Because I knew it was cooler in the kitchen and it was cooler in the bathroom and the hallway than it was in the main living room.
And it always is, but when I turned the chair that's by the front door, because the dogs like to look out the window and stuff, when I turned that sideways so that I could extend my table and fit 8 people around it, mm-hmm. my dog couldn't jump off the chair. So I had to turn the chair sideways and it fully blocked the one vent.
And I was thinking about that, Jill. Do you really need a chair there? Is that chair clutter?
It is. And Lloyd would love to get rid of that chair because he's never liked it. Yeah. It was the chair that Grandma put my Christmas presents on. Now, it is a mess now. It's horrible. Buster has chewed. Yes, he's chewed on the handle, the wooden handle. So it's really of no value anymore, even as an antique, I would say. But I hate to get rid of it. I love that chair, but I think I'm about ready to let it go. But Lloyd seems to feel like he wants a chair by the window for the dogs to look out, even though it triggers him when they bark all the time.
Yeah, and they have, because you have that chair there, they have the opportunity to get up, look out the window, bark, and even when people come, they're up higher to greet them, which scares some people away.
Yeah. The funny thing is, because I haven't fully cleaned up after the party, I put away the food and then I went to bed because I was just exhausted from the whole experience. But I haven't turned the chair yet. In fact, I pushed it even further because I wanted to make sure it was away from the vent. It's not in its normal spot. And Buster seems to think he can't look out the window, even though he's tall enough to just push the curtain aside and look out standing up. He thinks he has to be on the chair.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking of it, even if he can peek out the front, he probably can't see across the street because we have some bushes.
Right. This makes me think, though, because even our listener that we mentioned, Patty, talked about the hardest things are the biggest things. And I don't know if she's referring to furniture or not, but you have that chair and it is big.
It is big.
And I know you love it. But is it in the way? Is it worth the trouble? And you've noticed that when you want to pull out your table, so really you have the space when the table's small, but you want the opportunity to host. And that is often what we need. We need space because then it allows us to bring new things in. And you brought in people, you brought in a larger table. A lot of times that's true with hobbies. We have so much other cluttered hobby stuff that we don't have room to bring in new hobbies, which might be new ideas. So sometimes bigger stuff is in the way. I recently, I think even last week, shared the example where I got rid of an end table in my living room.
How do you like it?
I love it because it just feels more spacious. And the furniture always kept getting crammed together, and my son was always pushing back the couch just when he sat down. So it feels a lot more open. Now, I was thinking we removed the lamp too, and now it's summer, so we have light so much longer.
In the winter, you might
I might have to pivot back. It's still an ongoing experiment, but we can start even looking at furniture.
Well, yeah. And I mean, like I said, I think that one thing where you said the 3 methods of decluttering, let nature take its course, is one of them. Because I've always been kind of hanging on to it because we talk about making our porch, our back patio porch, kind of like a 3-season room or more of a living space where we want to kind of wall it in. Our parents have something like that. And I always thought, well, I would love to have that chair out there. But at this point, since Buster's chewed the handle, I was going to maybe reupholster it. So it's like, it's not worth it anymore. So I think I am ready to get rid of that chair.
Well, Jill, it sounds like we're learning a lot just from your party. And it sounds like, too, that you do want to host again. To close with July, we have some questions that we have not been able to do on our Instagram. And we thought we'd bring those to you now.
Yeah, okay. So this one is, if not now, when? If not you, who?
If you're not going to start removing the clutter from your house, when are you going to do it? Today is the day to begin.
Yeah. And if not you, who's going to do it for you? Your sister?
Your children?
Right.
Your loved ones after you pass?
Right. Or are you going to hire a company to come in? Some people hire professional organizers, but I mean, you can at least make these decisions if you do it now.
I know. We talked about that every item in your house will need to have a decision made.
Yeah.
If not you, then who?
And if not now, when are you going to do it? I mean, for me, it was always, oh, I'll do it this weekend. And then after working all week, oh, I'm kind of tired. Maybe I'll do it next weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be on vacation in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll do it then. But then, do you want to spend your one vacation day decluttering? So like, that's a thing. Do a little bit, 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
30 minutes a day.
And it doesn't have to be a lot. As you said, people love having just a donation box in their house to put things in when they see them.
And if you're like me with ADHD, a lot of people have ADHD. They don't even know it. But I was just watching a video this morning that a friend sent to me. And it was like, some people, neurotypical people, can do the biggest task first. But if you're like me with ADHD, start small. If it's overwhelming, start small. Put on your favorite song. Put it on repeat 3 times and just declutter while you're doing that. Or pick 3 songs that you love. When those songs are done, you're done. And if that's all you can do today, that's fine.
And pat yourself on the back. You've gotten rid of a few things. Here's a question. What would make my life better today if I let it go?
Okay, so that chair.
I was thinking the same thing, Jill. We just talked about one big
we
thing.
may or may not have talked about it if my mic was not.
Right. One thing. And sometimes it's one item that makes such a difference.
I don't know what to do with it, but I think I got to get that chair out this weekend. Lloyd will be so happy.
Well, that's a win-win then.
What about you? Is there any item that you think if you let go of it?
I think for me, some of the things that could make my life better today are things that I'm always thinking about. Like, why am I saving it? Or just because it's the mental.
Yeah.
It might not be big and in the way. Well, it's just my emotions. I think about it. And I have some books. In fact, this is kind of like aspirational clutter. I read the other day. I think of aspirational clutter as, oh, these are the clothes I'm trying to get in, or these are the hobbies I'm not doing. Well, I realized that I took a bunch of books from Mom when we do her book basket. And I just save them. Oh, Mom says it's a good book. I'll read it someday. Well, they're sitting in my bookshelf.
You can get it from the library.
And every time I see them, I don't choose to read them, but I think, oh, I got to read it someday. So it's like mental baggage. So maybe letting go of
pictures of them so that you, or put a running list of titles
and I do have a list of books I want to read.
You can get them at the library, or worst case scenario, if the library doesn't have it, you can buy that one when you want to read it.
Right. So that's like something I see all the time, or maybe it's even something sentimental, photographs. It's like, I can't get rid of it, but it would make my life better because then I don't have to think about it anymore. It's gone. It's out the door. It's done.
Well, that's part of the baggage of clutter. Not just having it there, but it is a mental load. It weighs on you.
Yes.
Yeah. Because like I said, oh, when am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? That's what you think about. Like, oh, I should be doing it. Oh, but I want to relax. it's hard. Yeah. So I have one more really good question. It's kind of like what you just asked, but this is a big one. What would remove the most stress from my life if I decluttered it today? And that's like your question.
Yeah.
The items are stressing you mentally.
And we don't even realize it sometimes.
Sometimes it's physically, like, if it's stressful, because every time, I think we either talked about this in a question or an episode, like if it's in the way, every time I need to get out well, this is a good example. I love how we put all my water bottles and my like travel tumblers in that one cabinet. Every time I have to get one, I have to get the stool.
Okay.
Which is fine. It's right there, but it's an actual other step. I still like them there, but Lloyd refuses to have his bottles there because he doesn't want to get on the stool, which his balance isn't always the best. I don't necessarily want him to get on the stool. He's very clumsy.
Yeah.
But now it's like, well, where I put mine there, but where am I going to put his? So like sometimes we have to think about these things. For him, that would not be good. That's stressful to have to get the stool. And so that's what could you remove to make your life, or what could you change about your clutter or organizational to make your life less stressful?
And that's a good point, because I feel like with the couch, I did get annoyed because the couch got crammed between the two tables. And every time it got shifted a little bit this way, I would shift it back or shift it here. And that was a lot of mental clutter.
Yeah.
And stress. And I feel so much better in our living room by just removing an end table.
Yeah. And you know what? That's the other thing. Our other vent is being blocked by our couch. And I need to maybe think about, I don't think there is another way to do it.
Yeah.
But I would love to have
that is
that
causing
vent
you
not
stress.
It does cause me stress every night. I'm so hot, and I have like a little fan around my neck. I have cooling things I stick in my hats. I am constantly, sometimes I'll go back to the bedroom because the bedroom's nice and cool.
And maybe it would just be removing one thing.
Yeah, maybe if I remove some of the furniture.
Yeah.
I could, because we do, like my mom said, she had not been to our house in a long time. Because again, we don't host at our house typically. She was there on her birthday when Eilish was there, and we had pizza and stuff. And she said, boy, your house is wall-to-wall furniture, isn't it? And Lloyd's like, well, what's wrong with that? He likes it because it feels cozy.
Yeah.
And I think it has a nice cozy feel. But you probably think it looks cluttered, because even though I've decluttered, I have a lot of plants. I have some knickknacks.
And the furniture is still wall to wall, even though if the clutter's gone or the knickknacks are gone. Yes.
Yeah. So,
because I was wondering about that, Jill. Do you need the bookshelf up there and the vanity?
I probably don't need the bookshelf.
Because it's like the vanity, the bookshelf,
Yeah, the armoire. It's not a vanity. It's an armoire. Then it goes right to an extra TV thing, because that was Lloyd's and he didn't want to get rid of it. That has plants all over it. Yeah. Then it goes right to a bookshelf. Then it goes to an end table. Then the couch, and the other love seat pushes out like an L, and then I have a recliner and an end table and a lamp, and it is wall to wall.
Yeah.
And in the corner, I have that plant stand that goes up to the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of furniture to deal with. Plus, I didn't even mention the buffet and hutch and the table.
I don't want to stress you out anymore, but I'm thinking that chair might give a little bit of openness.
Oh, the chair will definitely, but that still doesn't do anything about the vent being blocked on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have one last good question here, and this is from an Australian declutterer, Peter Walsh. I know he has a lot of videos, but this really reminds me of him, so I want to give him credit. Does the item move me closer to the life I want to be living? And this all fits in with the hosting, Jill.
Yeah.
If it's very important. It sounds like you just stated all these reasons why you enjoy it, you miss it, you have enjoyed it after this experiment. You want to host.
Right.
But perhaps the items and some of the furniture in there does not allow you to move closer to the life of hosting more.
Right. maybe people would have eaten more snacks if they could have gotten up off the table without.
Right, because we were
kind of jammed in once we all sat down.
Yeah. But of course, Lloyd is in the house too, so you have to think of him and his life and what life he wants to be moving towards.
And like I said, I love all my plants.
Yeah.
When you have plants and dogs, you can't just put them all on the floor. I need places to set them.
Right.
So
yeah.
And
for me, Bill laughs at me because I have a lot of coats and shoes, but part of the life I want to be living is daily walks multiple times a day, because it gets me out and moving, and in the winter and the different seasons, and if it's rainy, and I have a
lot of my coats.
I know, because a coat, it depends on the temperature. It depends on, so I know, but those things make me
important to you. You value that.
Right. And the life I want to be living is active and walking and doing things. So that helps assist in those ways. So our items are like that. And some of the items drag us to the past.
Well, here's the thing too.
It's not the current life we're living. Yeah.
You know how you say that every item, do I want to have the hassle of taking care of this?
Yes.
Right? So as I was prepping for the party, I thought, as I'm dusting, I'm going to think about my things, and do I want the hassle? I didn't really have anything I wanted to get rid of, though. I love the items that are remaining.
Yeah.
Although I could
declutter
some books.
It is kind of the question, is it worth the trouble? Does it move you closer? Because if it prevents you from hosting, then that's bad. But if it's not going to prevent you from hosting, did you enjoy the process of getting ready for the host as well?
Yeah. Well, this time I did, because one of my friends asked me that. Did I have a lot of work to do? And well, yeah, you do your typical cleaning or whatever, but it's so much easier now that things are because like you said, in the kitchen, I cluttered up the kitchen with food.
Yeah.
But if it had been my past life with all the clutter already, where would I have put the food?
Yeah.
So it was much easier, and I enjoyed it, and I felt like I had a good space. But when they came in, they probably weren't dazzled by the kitchen, like, oh, this is so open. No,
because it was food. All the food was in there. But I don't even think people notice. People don't notice things like we notice about our own homes, fortunately.
Do you remember any of the feedback from the party? We did ask our friends what they thought.
They just seemed to be so excited to be over. They were so excited about our podcast because they were thinking about all the things they wanted to declutter.
Yeah, that's good. So hopefully we're helping some of them achieve some of their goals.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for giving us feedback. Thank you, everyone, if you share our podcast, if you write us a review, this actually helps reach other people. We want to help people.
But and we would like more people to listen, because it's fun. And from the feedback we've gotten, it's been helpful. We want to help more people. So
feel free to review, because that gives
more reach, possibly.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, Jill, it's been fun.
Yeah, it has been, and I've learned a lot.
And you host a great party, I've learned too.
Thank you.
So see you next time, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to The Decluttering Experiment. We hope you join us next time to hear what progress has been made,
if any. Gosh, I tossed my microphone over my shoulder halfway through.
Oh, no. You're kidding me.
It might still be good. I have a loud voice, but I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot, people.